Good evening, and welcome to tonight's game between the Tech Boston Academy Bears and your Lynn Tigers! You know time it is. Right about now, it's time to meet and greet the seniors. Let's make some noise. Oh no, we can do better than that. Oh no, we can do better than that. Let's go, it's the seniors' time. Let's make some noise. We next time want to bring their attention to the field. We recognize these seniors. These younger men have given their time, dedication, and hearts towards these programs. Let's take a moment to acknowledge the time and commitment not only made by the player, but by the family members. Please join us in welcoming senior from the band, Ollie Irvin. Ollie is a 4-year member of the high school all-city band, playing tenor saxophone. A senior in the TV media shop, an active member in the drama club at LVTI. The plans to major in psychology in college next year. Ollie's accompanied by her parents, Michelle, Dan, and sister Emma. The first cheerleader to take the field is Lee Lewis. Lee is a student in the Early Education Child Care Program. He's been escorted by her parents, Sandra and Eddie Lewis. The next shooter we can recognize is Camila Amario Galvez. Camila is a student in the Health and Technology Assistance Program. Tonight, she's been escorted by her mother, Sandra Galvez. The next shooter is Kayla Buffalovic. Kayla is a student in the Health and Technology Assistance Program. She's been escorted to the field by her parents, Rejo and Vera Buffalovic. Up next is Lena Fun. Lena's a student in the Radio and Television Broadcasting Program. She's been escorted by her brother Alex and her cousin Evan Fun. Coming up next is JL Moroccan. JL is a student in the Early Education and Childhood Program. Tonight she's been escorted by her sister-in-law Wendy and niece Ariana Moroccan. Our next cheerleader to be recognized is a four-year cheerleader and captain, Angelina Sasso. Angelina is a student in the Early Education and Child Care Program. She's been escorted by her mother, Teresa, and father, Matthew. Please join me in welcoming 4-year cheerleader and captain, Adasia Castillo. Adasia is a senior in the Health and Technology Assistance Program. She's been escorted by Juan and Pamela Hogwin. And the last cheerleader to take the field is a 4-year and captain, Sienna Singh. Sienna's a senior in the Radio and Television Broadcasting Program. He's been escorted by Jenny Tron and Father Chrome Zane. The first football player to take the field is Edwin Moran Benitez. Edwin is a student of Auto Collision Repair Program. Edwin is being escorted by his mother, Lucina Benitez. Up next is Kenyel Rivera. Kenyel is a student of Metal Fabrication Program. Kenyel is being escorted by his mother, Kelly Ramirez. Up next is Jairo Jimenez. Jairo is a student of the Metal Fabrication Program. Jairo is being escorted by his mother, Julie Jimenez. Up next is senior Vincent Marino. Vincent is a student of the Precision Machinery Program. Tonight he's being escorted on the field by his parents, Carol and Peter Marino. Coming in next is four-year player Gambino Melendez Jr. Gambino is a student of the Metal Fabrication Program. He's being escorted by his mother, Jill Melendez, and father, Gambino Melendez. Up next is four-year player Adolfo Abudo. Adolfo is a student of the Electricity and Wiring Program. Tonight, he's been escorted by his mother, Helen Leon. Our next senior and four-year player and captain, Michael Bomblo. Michael is a student of the Carpentry Program. This evening, he'll be escorted by his mother, Kelly Bomblo. Please join me in welcoming four-year player and captain, Tyler David. Tyler's a student of the Electricity Program. He's being escorted by his parents, Amy and Peter David. And finally, a four-year player and captain, Joseph Amaro. JoJo's in the Carpentry Program. Tonight, JoJo is being escorted by his mother, Amanda Fernandez. Thank you to our athletes and parents. Thank you for your commitment to Lynn. Congratulations, seniors.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field for Interleague football. Lynn Tech taking on Boston Tech Academy. We're kind of flying by the seat of our pants here because we do not have a Tech roster. Hopefully we're going to be getting one.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's game at the newly refurbished field here at Manning Field, Lynn, Massachusetts, between the away team, Tech Boston, and the home team, your Lynn Tech Tigers. We ask at this time that you please rise and move your caps as the sing of our national anthem will be played.
Just make sure I get that at the end, because I need the other side, then the shoulder side, just to have for our records. Yeah, please. Take it, yeah.
Thank you. Good luck to both teams.
Michael Salato, the assistant coach at Tech, bailed me out. He had a roster from last week, so we actually have a Tech roster to start the game. Very happy about that. Usually it's the visiting team we're tracking down. Tech in the new uniforms this year, they're all red. They used to be all blue. Tech will be getting the ball first.
Lynn Tech will receive the ball to begin the game tonight.
Knocked down and picked up around the 8-yard line. Tech is going to be pinned deep.
After the return for the Tigers, they will be set up with a 1st and 10. The ball placed in their own territory at the 13-yard line.
They put it at the 13-yard line. And that's where Tech will start. Tyler David is their main threat. He's the quarterback. He's in the backfield. They run it straight ahead. Gabino Melendez with the carry.
27, Gabino Melendez on the run.
21, he picked up 8.
Be an 8-yard pickup and set the Tigers up with a 2nd and 2. Ball will be placed at their own
2nd
21.
and 2 at the 21. They run it again, they push him ahead. More than enough for a first down.
27, Gabino Melendez on the run for the Tigers. Be a 1-yard pickup and set the Tigers up with a 3rd and 1. Ball will be placed on the run.
But they gave him a first down. He only gave him a yard to the 22. So it's 3rd down and a yard. Opening drive of the ball game. Tyler David keeps. He's going to get the first down, squeezing out to the 24.
Keep that results in a Tigers first down. After the run by David, the Tigers will be set up with the 1st and 10 in their own territory at the 25-yard line.
First and 10 from the 24. Coming to the near side, almost broke that tackle.
With three, Elijah Christensen on the run.
Christensen with the carry.
Will be a 2-yard pickup and set the Tigers up with a 2nd and 8. Ball will be placed on the run.
At the 27, he picked up 3. Second down and 7. Two wideouts to the far side, one to the near side as they go out of the spread. A quick throw, caught.
For one, Tyler David's pass is complete to number 33, Cesar Reyes Polino for a Tigers first down.
Reyes Polino with the catch.
Tigers after the catch, ball placed in their own territory at the 41-yard line.
And they move it out to the 41. Pick up a 14 and a first down. To keep, the quarterback took a hit and a half as he crossed midfield. Tyler David took a solid hit, got to the 48, 11 yards, and a first down.
Penalty is on Tech Boston. It'll be automatic first down for the Tigers in Tech Boston territory.
Penalty against Boston. A big 15-yarder to the 33 for another first down. This drive started at the 13-yard line. They're now at the 33-yard line of Boston Academy, or Boston Tech. Again, 3 wideouts, 2 to the far side. They keep coming to the near side with a head of steam, gets around the corner, bumped out of bounds.
One, Tyler David with the quarterback keep. Results in a Tigers.
After the 17-yard line, he picked up 16. That's back to back to back to back first downs, 4 straight first downs on 4 plays. And they're at the 17-yard line, 1st and 10. They stay with the 2 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. Tyler David keeps, runs straight ahead, gets a little help from his teammates. I think they're going to give him the 10. They didn't get their 5th first down, but they picked up 7. Second down and 3.
2nd and 3 after the run for the Tigers. Ball will be placed at Tech Boston's 10-yard line.
James Runner, the head coach, long time at Tech, doing a very good job. Tyler David, I don't know if he might have got back to the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback keep, no game to play, and it'll be 3rd and 30 for the Tigers at the 10-yard line of Tech Boston.
So it'll be 3rd and 3 as he got back to the line of scrimmage. They've already used up 5 minutes of this first period. As you get a look at the Lynn Band here. Nice job with the anthem starting us off. It was senior night here. They introduced all the seniors for Lynn Tech. Coming to the near side, not going anywhere. Back at the line of scrimmage for no gain. So it was 2nd and 3, and now it's 4th and 3.
No game to play, it'll be 4th and 3 for Lynn Tech.
So they've used up half the period. And they want to keep using up more time, but they need 3 yards to stay alive. They double the wideouts to either side. Looking to throw. Caught, but it won't be a first down.
David's pass is complete, but it'll be turnover on downs. Tigers can't get the first down. Tech Boston will take over.
Reyes Polino made the catch. But the drive is going to stall. He only picked up a yard on the play.
It'll be 1st and 10 for Tech Boston.
They come up short.
Territory at the 9-yard line.
So after 1st and 10 at the 17, they give it up at the 9, 2 yards shy. Motion to the near side. They give it to the motion man. Turn the corner. Brandon Kemp making the play.
Four on the run for Tech Boston. Brought down by number 33, Cesar Reyes-Polino.
Dario Rivera was the ball carrier. He picked up 5. Second down and 5. To keep, and they're going to be just about at.
Leo Bowman on the run for the Tech Boston.
Just about at where they need to get to.
Be 3rd and 1 for Tech Boston.
Leo Bowman.
18-yard line.
They put it at the 20, so he made it.
Gresham's first down.
1st and 10. They needed 5, they got 6. They started up the middle, they break it to the outside with a burst of speed. Finally knocked out of bounds.
Number 25, Jake Quinn Bula on the run for Tech Boston. Be a first down run.
Jacqueline.
The 1st and 10 in their own territory at the 47-yard line.
Fahabu. Gets it out to the 47. So he picked up 27 yards in a first down. So back-to-back first downs for Boston Tech. Little stutter step. It looked like it was going to get caught in the backfield.
On the run for Tech Boston. We had 3-yard pickup instead of Tech Boston with the 2nd and 7.
Pambula
At the 50-yard line.
gets it to midfield for a pickup of 3. Second down and 7. The pass caught out in the flat.
Ballman's pass is complete to number 7, Lynn Vocational. It'll be 3rd and 1 for Tech Boston in the
There's
Tigers
Kamani
territory at
Buchanan.
4-yard line.
They're at the 44 of Tech. Pickup of 6. 3rd down and a yard. Long count. Quarterback keep. Run straight ahead for the first down.
Pretend Leo Bowman up with the quarterback keep. The results in a
Bowman.
first down. First and 10 after the run.
He picked up 2.
At the 42-yard line.
He only needed 1. So they're on a drive. They're at the 42 of Tech after starting at their 9. Motion going. They hand it to the motion man. Turning the corner. Gets around with a head of steam. He's got a first down.
7, Lynn Buchanan on the run for Tech Boston.
That's Buchanan.
We first and 10 at Tigers 31.
He picked up 11. So after stopping Tech on a drive at the 9, Tech is called on to do the same because Boston Tech now has a first down at the 31 of Lynn Tech. Handoff. Straight ahead.
25, Jim Quinn Bubala on the run for Tech Boston. We stopped by a sea of Lynn Tech Tigers defenders. Get a 2-yard pickup and set Tech Boston up with a 2nd and 8.
Fabula.
28-yard line.
Gets it to the 28 for a pickup of 3. 2nd down and 7. Motion coming. They fake it to the motion man. They give it to Fabul. He's still going, still dragging people with him down to the 21-yard line.
25, Jim Quinn Bubala on the run for Tech Boston.
That should be enough for a first down. Van Bula is his name. And we reached the end of the first period.
That's the end of the first quarter.
A very quick first quarter. Both teams had a shot. Tech ran out a lot of time. Now Boston Tech doing exactly the same thing. So Tech got stopped at the 9. Boston Tech trying to complete a 91-yard drive. They're at the 21. Both teams have 5 first downs. Tech came up shy. They had first and 10 at the 17. They had second and 3 from the 10 and got 1 yard in 3 plays. So from the 21-yard line, Boston Tech will start the second period. Very quick first period. Everything on the ground. They are extremely quick. Everyone that's carried the ball can really move, including the quarterback. Dropping back, looking to throw. If out in the flat, it's caught by Fanbula.
Return Leo Bowen's pass complete to number 25, Jake Wynn Fanbula. Be a 1-yard pickup.
He only gave him a yard.
With a 2nd and 9, ball placed in the Tigers.
So it'll be second down and 9 from the 20-yard line. This is interleague football. Lynn Tech against Boston Tech. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Tech is going to win. Three wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. Quarterback keep. They just got a piece of him.
Return Leo Bowen with the quarterback keep. They gained 3 and set up Tech Boston with a 3rd and.
Melendez made the stop. Just got an ankle. He was going to go a lot further. He got to the 17. So they'll need 6. Obviously 4 down territory. Taking off, looking, throwing, incomplete.
Leo Bowen's pass intended for number 7, Giovanni Buchanan.
Looking for Buchanan.
It'll be 4th down for Tech Boston.
So 4th down from the 17. Big play here, they need 6. Dropping back, looking to throw. Lets it fly for the end zone. He had it and dropped it. That was a touchdown.
Bowman's pass is incomplete, and the Tigers will take over 1st down in their own territory.
Intended for Rivera. He had it and dropped it. So both teams eat up the clock, move down the field quite easily, and when they get in the red zone, they stall. Tech got a little bit closer, getting to the 9. It turned over. At the 17 by Boston Tech, and Lynn Tech will get it back. The keep. Nice job by the quarterback. He's loose. Down. They got an angle on him, but he's got a shot. He went by them. He's gone. Tyler David goes 83 yards for the score. They said, we're not going to bother driving the length of the field. Did he go out of bounds? They're coming back to around the 27-yard line. He went all the way for a touchdown. James Runner's not happy. There's a flag at the 27-yard line. And they're going to mark it back to the 37.
Penalty is on the Tigers. No touchdown. Play will be brought back as a result. After the penalty, the Tigers will be set.
56-yard run
For the 1st and 10.
by Tyler David. It would have been 83. And then they push it back 10. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 37. They threw a flag at the 27. I don't know who was down there to do a hold or a illegal block because he was all by himself. They run it off the left side.
Elijah Christensen on a run for the Tigers. Eight-yard pickup for the Tigers. It'll be 2nd and 2 in Tech Boston territory at the 29-yard line.
Picked up 8. High snap. They grab a hold of Tyler David that time.
Number 1, Tyler David with the quarterback.
Back to the line of scrimmage for no gain.
It'll be 3rd and 2 for the Tigers at Tech Boston's 29-yard line.
I would bet it's 4-down territory here, knowing James Runner. Off the right side, inside the 25, it should be enough for a 1st down. They put it to 24, he picked up 5.
Timeout, Lynn Tech. First of the half, they have 2.
So we got a timeout for Lynn Tech. 9:14 left here in this first half. No score, but both teams have shown off offense. Tech had an opening drive, got stalled at the 9. Boston Tech got it back, got stalled at the Tech 17. It looked like Tyler David got Tech on the board. He broke it 83 yards for a touchdown, but there was a flag at the 27. And it's a tough call because he was out alone, I thought. I don't know how anybody could be down there and hold or illegal block or whatever because there weren't any red shirts down there. He was all by himself. But they called it, moved it back to the 37. They picked up the 1st down. So now it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 24. As again, we got to look at the very good Lynn Band. There's a pretty good little crowd here for an early Saturday night game. That's kind of unusual, although we'll have it, I believe, next week. We're going to have all 4 high school teams, football-wise, at home. We'll have 2 doubleheaders, which is unique. I don't remember it happening. They try to run straight ahead, they're going to lose yardage.
After the run, there will be a loss of 1 for the Tigers. 2nd and 11.
They put it at the 25. The quick out, caught. inside the 20.
Tom Davis pass is complete to number 33, Cesar Reyes Polino.
Reyes Polino with another catch.
He's up with a 3rd and 2. Ball be placed at Tech Boston's 17-yard line.
They picked up 8. So it's going to be 3rd and 3 again. The keep by the quarterback, looking to go up, broke it to the outside and walks in. This one will count. He started to go straight ahead. It clogged up, he bounced it to the outside, he was all by himself. So they go 83 yards. In 7 plays, they overcome that penalty.
With 33, Cesar Reyes Polino kicks it in. The extra point is good for the Tigers.
The kick is good.
With 7:41 here to go at Manning Field, Lynn, Massachusetts scores your Lynn Tech Tigers 7, Tech Boston 0.
Tech goes over 100 yards rushing. They actually had to go 93 yards with that 10-yard penalty. And they grabbed a 7-0 lead. Tech will kick it off. They're looking to go over 500. They're 2-2 as the ball is scooped up at the 35-yard line. He tripped and fell. He might have gone a lot further. Well, the ball will be down. They're going to put it right at the 45-yard line. They'll have it for the second time.
After the return, Tech Boston will be set
Period.
with the 1st and 10 in their own territory at the 45-yard line.
So now they have it, but they're trailing. As they send 3 wideouts, 2 to the far side. Low snap. They hand it off. He started to come to the near side, breaks it to the far side, and he's gone.
The 25, Jake
It didn't take him long to get it right back.
runs it in for a Tech Boston.
Jacqueline Fonboulet goes 55 yards. So 55 yards in 1 play. He started to go to the middle, took 1 quick step to the outside, and wasn't touched. If it was 2-hand touch, he was going to score. Now the all-important conversion. So it didn't take him long to get back in the game. After both teams got stalled, they both put it in the end zone. They'll go for 2. Motion coming, rolling, They dump the pass. They hit him. He's not going to get there.
Tech Boston's 2-point conversion is no good. Stopped by the Tigers. 7:26 to go here at Manning Field in Lynn, Massachusetts.
So now it'll be Boston Tech kicking off to Lynn Tech.
Tech Boston 6.
So both teams have gone over 100 yards rushing. Tech was 156. Boston Tech was 136. And now Tech will get the ball back. So they hold on to that skinny 1-point lead. The game last night, English scored 30 seconds into the game. Andreas ran a kickback 84 yards. Castro ran in the conversion. It was 8-0, and that was it. They won 8-6. At the 14-yard line, feeling his way along and getting across the 30-yard line.
Number 11, Alberto Gerardo on the return for the Tigers. And after the return, the Tigers will be set up with the 1st and 10 ball.
I think that was Gerardo with the return. They put it at the 33-yard line of Tech. So Tech will have it for the second time in this second period, leading by a skinny point. Motion, they fake it. Tyler David winds up with it, gets to the outside, he's on his horse again. He gets bumped out of bounds after a big gain for a first down. I don't know if he was supposed to get the ball. Looked like there was a mix-up in the backfield. He wound up with it, and he gets it to the 44-yard line. 23 yards and a first down.
In Tech Boston territory at the 44-yard line.
Look at that line. Adolfo and Puida, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. He's the center that gets everything started. First and 10. Looking to throw. In trouble. He's going to get hit and dropped.
David is stacked behind the line of scrimmage by a sea of Tech Boston defenders.
He was looking to throw, couldn't find anybody.
Be a 5-yard loss and set
They
up
put
for
it
Tech with a second.
The 49, he loses 5.
Boston's 49-yard line.
So second and 15. As we approach the halfway mark of this second period, 7-6, Tech on top. The keep by Tyler David. He gets the 5 yards back.
Overrun Tyler David with the quarterback keep. It'll be gain of 5 for the Tigers, and some Tigers with a 3rd and 10 from.
It'll be 3rd and 10.
4-yard line.
So they lost 5, they gained 5, but now it's a big 3rd and 10 as we pass the halfway mark of the second period with the clock running. Looking to throw. Incomplete.
David's pass intended for number 11, Alberto Gerardo, is incomplete, and it'll be 4th and 10.
4th and 10.
From Tech Boston's 44.
James Runner doesn't like to punt much. But I think he's going to punt it here. So they stall after that big run by Tyler David. High snap, but they handle it and they get the kick away. And they field it at the 8-yard line. Breaking a couple of tackles down the sideline, still on his feet, all the way out to midfield. That's the quarterback, Bowman, with a great return, 42 yards. They had him several times. Boston Tech's going to get great field position at midfield.
First and 10, ball be placed at the 50-yard line.
He kept dancing, bouncing around, slipping tackles. He winds up with a 42-yard return. And Boston Tech has excellent field position at midfield for their second possession here in the second period, trailing by a point.
Timeout, Lynn Tech.
And Lynn Tech will take a timeout. This is interleague football. Tech in the Commonwealth Conference League. I don't know if Boston Tech is in the Boston City League. I know that's basketball. I don't know if it's football as well. Tech is trying to give Lynn a winning day here at Manning Field. Lynn Classical girls won the first game in soccer. Lynn Tech boys got nipped by Everett in between. So it's 1-1 with the Lynn teams here at Manning Field today. Tech, a win could make it 2-1 in favor of Lynn. They got the win here yesterday, I mentioned, by an 8-6 win by Lynn English. So looking to make it 3 out of 4 for the weekend, and we'll have St. Mary's soccer here tomorrow night. So this place gets used just about 24/7. Starting left, right, runs it straight up the middle for another big gain.
Number 25, Jaquin
Von Bula.
For Tech Boston, that results in a first down. And after the run,
Gets it to the 38.
Boston in Tigers territory at the 38-yard line.
12 yards and a first down. Handoff coming to the near side with a head of steam. They finally wrap them up. That's Buchanan.
Kimani Buchanan on the run for Tech Boston. Be a pickup of 5 instead of Tech Boston with the 2nd and 5 ball be placed in Tiger territory
put it
at the 33-yard line.
We
also want to send a reminder that the concession stand is open.
I'm going to call it the 32.
Drinks such as hot dogs,
and give him 6.
chips, and soda, including Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, Fanta, fruit punch,
You put it
water,
in
lemon water.
just
Don't bring yourself
inside
a drink.
the 32. So they need 4. Second man through, coming to the near side, broke it straight up the middle, staying on his feet. Still second and third effort. Big first down to about the 21.
It'll be a first down run. Set them up with the first
Von Boulay.
territory at the 21-yard line. Also
Picked up 11 more in the first down.
will be performing.
Boston Tech on the move. They started this at midfield on the great return by Bowman, the quarterback. After Tech scored. Tech punted it away after Boston scored. Now going to the right side, staying on his feet, still on his feet. In for a touchdown. That's the quarterback. Excuse me, it wasn't the quarterback. I'm calling it Rivera. There's a number missing at top. I'm saying it's Rivera.
And Leo Bowman runs it in for a Tech Boston touchdown.
So 12-7 on the 21-yard run. 50 yards in 4 plays, all on the ground. And they'll go for 2 again. So the quick kick return by the quarterback, Bowman, gave them a good field position. Now they pitch it. They started to go to the right side, and he pitched it to Fanboulet.
2-point conversion is no good.
And he got stood up.
2:57 to go in the second quarter here from Manning Field in
So it's
Massachusetts.
12-7, Boston Tech.
Your Lynn Tech Tigers 7.
50 yards on the ground. .257 left in this second period. Boston Tech has scored on both possessions here in the second period. After Tech took a 7-0 lead. Tech will get the ball back to see what they can do. Back at the 15-yard line. Well, near the 35 is where they're going to return it. Melendez with the return.
After the return, the Tigers will be set up with the 1st and 10. Ball will be placed in their own territory
at the 34-yard line. And we got a timeout, I believe. So momentum for Boston Tech. They get the ball to start the second half. Tech sends double wideouts to either side. The keep by Tyler David, looking for a block to get around the corner. Out of bounds. But not before he picks up the first down. Out of bounds stops the clock. As he gets out to the 46.
We 1st and 10 for Lynn Tech. Ball be placed in their own territory at the 46-yard line.
12 yards and a first down. Boston Tech hustling alignment out quickly to make sure they have 11 on 11. Motion coming. They fake it to the motion man. David keeps it. He's loose. They pull him down inside the 40.
Number 1, Talon David with the quarterback keep that results in another Lynn Tech Tigers first down.
They mark it at the
First
39.
the Tigers in Lynn Tech Boston's territory at
15 yards picked up. Back-to-back first downs. Tech, no huddle, going right up to the line of scrimmage. They try to run it straight ahead, not going anywhere.
After the run will be a 2-yard loss and set the Tigers up with the 2nd and 12. Ball will be placed in Tech Boston's territory.
They lost 2.
1-yard line.
Bowling, looking to throw. Gonna take off and run with it. He gets bumped out of bounds.
Number 1, Talon David, the quarterback keep. It'll be a gain of 1, set up Lynn Tech with a 3rd and 11. Ball will be placed in Tech Boston's territory at the 40-yard
Put it
line.
at the 40. So they had a first down at the 39. Now they got 3rd down at the 40. They need 11. He got knocked out of bounds to stop the clock. Third and 11. In trouble. Stops and lets it fly and just throws it deep downfield. Out of play.
Talon David's pass is incomplete. It'll be 4th down for the Tigers.
He had to throw it off his back foot. They had a lot of Boston Tech put a lot of pressure on him there. 4th down, I think Tech is going to go, I think, with 1:23 left in the period. Talladega over on the sideline getting the play. They need 11. Dropping back, looking. Incomplete. Tech thought he caught it, but they trapped it. Again, they put pressure
Then I for 11, Alberto Gerardo is incomplete.
on David, and he had
Lynn Tech Boston will take over.
didn't have time to look for anybody. He just had to throw it and hope. Tech has rushed for 182 yards. They're over 200 yards of offense. They only have 7 points. Boston Tech has 186. And they can get over 200 in this last minute and 15. Low snap, they just barely got it. Stepping up. Stepping by everybody. And Fan Boulay again.
25,
Sneaking around, sidestepping, getting away from tacklers. Gets it to the Tech's 46.
Tech Boston in the first of the half. They have 2 remaining. 1:09 to go in the 2nd quarter here.
14 yards and a first down as Boston Tech calls a timeout. They still have a couple left. But it's just, I'll go right, no, I'll go left, then stepping, and here I am, but you can't get me because I'm going by you. And they're not running over people, they're just sidestepping and squirming through and slipping through tackles and picking up big-time yardage. They have exactly 200 yards of offense right now. As you get a look at part of the crowd that's here, there's a few on the other side as well. They move the clock down. The official, I guess, signal in the press box is now 30 seconds. Motion to the far side, rolling that way. Looking, they let it fly. Incomplete. Buchanan tried to make the diving catch.
Bowman's pass intended for number 7, Kimani Buchanan, is incomplete.
Well, they still have 2 timeouts left, so if they can complete a couple of passes, they could get close and take a shot. Tech hopes they can't, obviously. Second and 10, but that's kind of meaningless because now it's 24 seconds left till halftime. They double the wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. Motion going to the far side. Dropping straight back, looking to throw. They dump it underneath, and they're not going to go anywhere this time. Big defensive play by Michael Monbleu. And I have to say, Michael Monbleu, I think he's related to Billy Devon.
44, Michael Monbleu. Loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 11.
Monbleu.
Timeout, Tech
I think he's.
Second and a half, they have 1 remaining.
I think he's Billy Devon's godson. It was funny. Billy was up here for this afternoon for the girls' soccer game, and we mentioned the Tech football game. He said, "My godson is playing. If you mention him if you can." Well, I just had to mention him because he just made a great defensive play. The clock says 3.2 seconds left, so all they can do is throw it to the end zone and hope either for a touchdown or a interference call. Boston Tech is walking downfield like they called it halftime. Tech huddled as well. School book clock now says 0. So that's the end of the first half. So Boston Tech, that last touchdown gives them a 12-7 lead. They have exactly 200 yards. Most on the ground. Tech has 205, almost all on the ground, and almost all by Tyler David. Tech led 7-0. Boston Tech cut it to 7-6, and then Boston Tech got that late touchdown with that great return of a punt, 42 yards to midfield. It only took them 4 plays, and he ran it in from the 21, and that's where we are, 12-7. Boston Tech at halftime over Lynn Tech.
Yeah, I got it. I like Dawn sugar. Oh, okay. I did have a thought about it. Delicious. small running back, it's hard to tackle. Bouncy.
You should have been there when Kennedy was running.
Yeah.
field as we're getting set for Tech. They get their foot in it, and we're underway as they kick it off. At the 21-yard line. Straight up the middle. And they're going to get great field position again with a great return.
With 25, Quinn Von Bula on the return.
Hit him, Boulay.
After the return, Tech Boston will be set up the 1st and 10 in the Tigers' territory at the 41-yard line.
38 yards on the return. And they're in very good field position. Turning the corner, and he just grabbed a hold of his jersey. That's Buchanan.
Number 7, Kimani Buchanan on the run for Tech Boston.
Looked like he was going to get a lot more. He got 2 to the 39.
Tigers territory at the 39-yard line.
So in that first half,
33, Cesar Reyes Polino.
Boston Tech had exactly 200 yards of offense. Tech had 205. Stepping up, finding a hole, and getting to the 35. I guess they're going to give him the 36. That's the quarterback, Bowman.
On the run for Tech Boston. Brought down by number 44.
Picked up 3. It'll be 3rd and 5.
He pick up with 1 and set up Tech Boston with 3rd and 5.
Tom Boulay had 119 yards rushing in the first half. Tyler Davis for Tech had 165. He had a touchdown call back. He ran it for a touchdown, but there was a flag in it. He's still credited for 56 yards, but he would have had 83. Tech would have had a second touchdown. So both teams over 200 yards, and it's only 12-7. Motion coming. They're going to get nailed in the backfield. Rivera gets hit in the backfield and dropped.
Be a loss of 3 and set up Tech Boston with a 4th and 8.
They put the ball back at the 39, so he lost 3. So 4th and 8. It looks like they're lining up to punt. Now we're going to get a timeout call. The time running down. They were afraid they're going to. I don't know what a 5-yard penalty would do. It wouldn't hurt them as long as they're going to punt the ball.
Tech Boston. We also want to announce the 50-50 raffle winner. Get those tickets out and ready. Here we go. Here's the number 037793.
The wheel's turning on both sides. You get a look at the Tech huddle with Dave's runner in the middle.
Go claim your prize
His coaches.
at the concession stand. Thank you and good luck.
Coaches for Tech picked up Bellamar, Maurice Cody, Brian McCaskill, Jason McCush, Lou Rollins, and Mike Stellato. And I say, it's funny, with Mike Stellato was the head coach of St. Mary's when St. Mary's won a Super Bowl, and James Runner was his assistant. And now at Lynn Tech, James Runner is the head coach, and Mike Stellato is an assistant. The kick is away. It takes a little bit of a Boston Tech bounce. It might have bounced off a Tech player. They had a fall on it. Tech was very close to the ball bouncing around. They should have got out of the way. They almost made contact with it, and it would have given Boston Tech the ball. Tech is going to start again. They've started a couple of times at their 17-yard line.
After the return.
And they're going to start at the 17-yard line.
First and 10 in their own territory. At 17.
As we look at the Tech cheerleaders. So Tech will have it for the first time in the second half. Oh, he threw it behind him. Reyes Polino was open, but he hooked up to the middle, and he threw the ball to the outside, and it goes incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
It'll be second and 10.
For the Tigers as a result.
Tyler David with the keep gets around the corner. There's a flag coming in.
Flag on the play.
I would bet that that's against Tech. Holding against Tech, I think.
Penalty is on the Tigers for holding. That play will be brought back as a result.
I think they're going to move it back to the 12-yard line. So give him 5 yards to the 22. And then mark it off 10.
That will be second and 15 for the Tigers.
So they need 15. They took the ball away. Do you believe it?
David's pass is intercepted and picked off and run into the end zone by Tech Boston.
I can't tell you who it is because there's no 55 on their roster. They just took it away from David and ran it in. So just like that, it's 18-6. Looked like he was trying to throw it. He had the ball up. They just pulled it right out of his hand and ran it in for a touchdown. And I can't tell you who it is because I don't have a 55 on the roster they gave me. Coach Raul Brown, coach of Boston Tech, has to be happy about that play. Bizarre play. He just took it right out of the hands of Tyler David, ran in for the short touchdown. Now rolling, looking, and they're not going to get there. They get buried out of bounds.
The conversion is no good for Tech Boston, stopped by the Tigers. With 8:37 to go in the third quarter here from Manning Field in Massachusetts, scores Tech Boston 18, Berlin Tech Tigers 7.
For the second time in a short time, Boston's going to get to kick it back to the Tigers. So the Tigers have to go to work. They got plenty of time. At the 12-yard line. Coming to the near side with a break. Almost got a step. That was Melendez.
With 30, Christopher Alfaro on a return for the Tigers. And after the return, they will set up in their own territory with the 1st and 10.
They'll have it at their 40-yard line. The tackler was the last person that could have brought Melendez down. If he gets by him, he's gone. As again, we got to look at the Tech cheerleaders performing. So from the 40, Tech will put it in play. They run it straight ahead.
The 30, Christopher Alfaro on the run for the Tigers. It'll be a 2-yard pickup instead of the Tigers at the 2nd and 8. Ball be placed in their own territory at the 42-yard line.
The ball's just about the 43. So 2nd and 7. David fakes, looking to get around the corner. He's, depending where they put it, he's close to first down yardage.
No one, David, on the quarterback keep for the Tigers.
He needed midfield. They gave him the 49, I think, so it's going to be a yard shy.
It'll be a 7-yard pickup and set the Tigers up with the 3rd and 1.
He's closing in on 200 yards. Again, a look at very good Lynn Band. They do a great job. They work hard. They put a lot of time and effort in what they do. They need a yard. Davis going to get that and a lot more. Around the corner, down the sideline, they push him out of bounds.
Big first down run for the Tigers.
You know he's coming, but it's still hard to stop him. They put it down at the 28.
Run by David. The Tigers will be set up in Tech Boston territory with the 1st and 10. Ball be placed at the 28-yard line.
He's a yard shy of 200 yards rushing. Little inside handoff.
Number 3, Elijah Christensen on the run for the Tigers. It'll be a 2-yard pickup and some Tigers on the
Christensen.
Ball will be placed in the Tech Boston territory at the 26-yard line.
What's the ball at 26? He picked up 2. 2nd and 8. Little stutter step, and he gets inside the 25.
It'll be a gain of 3 and set the Tigers up with the 3rd and 5. Ball in place.
So he picked up 3, it'll be 3rd and 5.
23-yard line.
He goes over 200 yards rushing. One wide out to the near side, everybody else in tight. To keep, straight ahead.
Number 1, Tyler David with the quarterback keep. That results in a Tiger.
To the 15, maybe inside. It'll be a first down at the 15-yard line. So he picked up 8 more.
After the run by David, it'll be a first and 10 for the Tigers. Ball will be placed in Boston Tech's territory at the 15-yard line.
So first and 10 from the 15. They send the wide out to the far side. And they blew the whistle.
Flag on the play. False start on the Tigers.
Tiger delay of game.
Ball moved back 5 yards, and it'll be a first and 15 for the Tigers after the penalty.
So they're first and 15. They shoot themselves in the foot a little bit here.
As a result.
Now we have to remember they have a kicker. So if they get close and they can't get the first down, they might attempt a field goal, which would get them back within 1 score. It would be a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, but it would be 1 score. Quarterback keep, bounces it to the outside, looking it around the corner, gets to the 10.
Number 1, Tyler David with the quarterback keep.
He picked up 10.
It'll be a gain of 10 and set up the Tigers with a second and 5. Ball we play.
3rd and 5 from the 10-yard line. They need the 5-yard line for a first down. Just picked his way along up the middle and then broke it to the outside. And he gang tackled him after he picked up 10. Motion. They hand it off.
Flag on the play.
Let's see what the flag is about it.
Holding on the Tigers.
It's against Tech. It's a big 10-yarder. It turns out to be 12 because they put it from the point of the foul. So now they need 17.
It'll be second and 17 for the Tigers. Ball we place Boston Tech's territory at the 22-yard line.
They blow the whistle again.
Flag on the play.
Tech calls timeout.
Timeout.
So it's 2-score lead right now on that bizarre touchdown by the lineman, and I don't know his name because we don't have a 55 on the roster that they gave us. They left number 55 off, and he scored the touchdown. He just went into the backfield when David was trying to throw the ball and just took it right out of his hands and ran in the end zone for a touchdown. A lineman's dream. We can say one day I would love to do that as a lineman. I would love to pick up a fumble and run it for a touchdown or score a touchdown. This young man does it in high school. There are linemen that have been playing Pup Warner through high school, through college, into the pros that haven't done it. This young man does it in high school. 3 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. They need 17 yards for a first down. He's going to take off and run with it, bouncing it to the outside. He gets down to about the 11.
David with the quarterback key.
Excuse me, the 16. He picked up 6.
For the Tigers in Tech Boston's territory at the 16-yard line.
So now they need 11 on third down. Caught. Broke a tackle. He's going to go in for a touchdown. Where's Polino? They had him for a very short gain, and he slipped through the tackle and walked in. So it's 18-13. They're going to go for 2 because they could get back within a field goal. Incomplete.
2-point conversion is no good. 3:04 to go in the third quarter here from Manning Field, Lynn, Massachusetts. Tech Boston 18, your Lynn Tech Tigers 13.
So they creep back in on the 16-yard touchdown pass. With just over 3 minutes left. So back and forth we go. The difference now is that steal and run for a touchdown by the lineman. And we still have a lifetime of football left. We have 3:04 left in this third period. They kick a little ground ball, bouncing around. Another nice return. I think that was Rivera. And again, they get good field position
After the kick return.
at their 48-yard line.
Then, all placed in their own territory. At
Boston Tech has had
48-yard
great
line.
field position virtually the entire game. Dropping back, looking to throw. It's caught for virtually nothing. Buchanan with the catch.
Number 7, Kiamani Buchanan on the run.
They lost a yard.
It would be a loss of 1 instead of Tech Boston with a 2nd and 11 ball placed in their own territory at the 47-yard line.
So it'll be 2nd and 11. The handoff coming to the near side, slipping, breaking it back to the middle. Almost picking up a first down, still battling for yardage.
Number 25, Jaquin Fanbula on the run for
Van Boulay.
Boston.
That's his first carry in this third period. They put it down at
It'll be 3rd and 2 for Tech Boston.
Tech 44.
Released in the Tigers' territory at the 44-yard
Picked
line.
up 9. He's got 128 yards. And that's his first carry in the third period. We got to look at the cheerleaders. They dropped the ball.
Eight on the run for Tech
They
Boston.
dropped the snap.
No gain the play. It'll be 4th and 2 for Tech Boston in the Tigers'
And
territory at the 44-yard line.
I don't know if it's Camillo at the quarterback spot now. It's not Bowman. Third and 2. Excuse me, 4th and 2. It looks like they're going to kick it away. And they're hurrying out. They didn't have 11 guys in the field, so they have to call a timeout. That's a tough way to use a timeout.
1 remaining.
I don't know if Bowman got hurt. He was the quarterback through the first half. He also returned kicks and got them in good field position to score one of their touchdowns. But with 1:31 left, Tech is going to get the football back because 4th and 2, they're not going to go. Boston Tech is 3 yards shy of 200 yards rushing. Tech has rushed for 248 yards. And they trail 18-13. They're going to get the ball back. They snap the ball on the ground. They fake it, they're going to run it. They faked it, they handed it off, and they're going to run it for a touchdown. They snapped it low, they handed it going from near side to the far side. They gave it back coming to the near side. They ran it for a touchdown, but somebody was in motion. It's going to cost them, it's coming back.
On Boston Tech, and that touchdown will be brought back as a result.
An outstanding run by Van Boulay. It looked like a bad snap. They picked it up. They handed it in motion going to the far side. I think that's where the motion came from. And then Van Boulay coming back to the near side, went down about 20 yards and then cut it back to the middle. And ran by he is so quick. He just blew away from everybody.
In the third quarter.
And they're calling it the end. There's a minute,
After 3,
over a minute left on the clock, but that's the end of the period.
Boston Tech 18, your Lynn Tech Tigers 13.
Oh, 12 minutes of football left. So with a 4th and 7 at the 49, I'm assuming they will now kick the ball. That was a real razzle-dazzle fake punt. Handing it, going right, everybody went to the far side. They handed it back to Fran Boulay, and he just blew by everybody. Went downfield, and then he cut it back. To the near side and went in for what looked like a 44-yard touchdown run. And the motion penalty called it back. Low snap, he had to field it on a hop again. The kick is away. It takes a huge bounce. Did they save it? If he saved it, it's at the 1-yard line. Looked like he caught it right on the end line. Let's see what they do with it. Heck is going to really be up against it here. They're going to be at their own 1-yard line. He fell on it and squashed it right at the 1.
After the punt return, the Tigers will be set up with the 1st and 10, ball placed on their own territory at the 1-yard line.
So all they have to do is go 99 yards to take the lead. David is 5 yards deep in the end zone. Takes off and runs with it. Gets around the corner. Nice speed. Out of bounds, but he's got a first down.
Number 1, Tyler David with the first down run for the Tigers.
Out, I think, to the 16-yard line. He picked up 15 more. He's having a game and a half.
After the run, Tigers will be set up with their own territory with the 1st and 10. Ball will be placed at the 16-yard line.
We had young Mr. Hohen run for 278 yards a week ago. Tyler David is closing in on that. They dropped the ball. They went to hand it off, and they dropped it. And Boston Tech recovered it.
It is recovered by Boston Tech, and they will take over in Tiger territory.
He was going to keep it and run with it, and he dropped it. And it was a white shirt right there, and they took it away. At the 18. So a huge break for Boston Tech.
After the fumble recovery, Boston Tech will be set up with the 1st and 10 in Lynn Tech territory. Ball will be placed at the 13-yard line.
At the 13-yard line. Motion coming. They fake it. They run it straight ahead, and they're going to walk in the end zone. And that's Fran Boulay.
The 25, Jake Quinn from Booley, runs it in for a Boston Tech touchdown.
So they go 13 yards in one play. And that's a backbreaker. Looks like they're going to kick the point now.
The extra point is good. The 11:34 Here to go at Manning Field in the fourth quarter in Lynn, Mass.
Anthony Williams with the
Tech Boston
kick.
25, where Lynn Tech Tigers 13.
So it looked like Tech might have a shot. They ran it out from the 1 yard line. They got the first down on the first play. They just dropped the ball. Boston Tech recovered, and they run it in one play. And Boulay has got 3 touchdowns. At the 20-yard line. And they stack him up and push him back. They're going to put it somewhere around the 30-yard line. So that kick that was down at the 1 yard line cost them. It looked like they might get out. They put it at the 32. After
the return, the Tigers will be set up at the first.
Tyler David ran it out for a first down, but then a costly fumble. So a takeaway by a lineman for a touchdown and a fumble followed by a one-play touchdown has allowed Boston Tech to grab a 25-13 lead. In trouble, trying to take off and run with it. He dragged some people with him. He almost got a first down. We looked like he was going to be hit in the backfield.
9 set the Tigers up with a 2nd and 1. Ball will be placed in their own territory.
I'm going to call it the 40-yard line and give him 8. He takes off again, trying to get outside. I think he's got enough for a first down, just barely.
David with the first down on the run for the Tigers. After the run, will be 1st and 10 for Lynn Tech. Ball placed in their own territory at the 44-yard line.
He's got 250 yards rushing. Quick out, incomplete.
Tyler David's pass to number 3.
Looking for Christensen.
Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Tigers right up to the line of scrimmage, not taking any time. They have to beat the clock now, down 2 scores. In trouble. He's going to get sacked.
Number 1, Tyler David is sacked behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's see where they put it.
Tech Boston defenders. Be 3rd and long as a result for the Tigers.
Where are they putting the football? At the 33. He lost 11. Picked off at the 42-yard line. He's going to run it in for a touchdown.
Number 7, Kimani Buchanan runs it in for a pick 6 for Tech.
Buchanan takes it 58 yards.
extra point is good for Tech Boston. 9:41 to go here at Manning Field. Lynn Mass scores Tech Boston 32, Lynn Tech 13.
They crunched the kicker. Did a good job with the bad snap. Well, Boston Tech will kick it off again, and now it's getting out of hand now with that takeaway by the lineman. It's a fumble giving Boston Tech a short field, one-play drive, and now the interception, a great return. 58 yards by Kamani Buchanan. Crossing the 30, and that's where Tech will put it in play.
And Alberto Gerardo on the return for the Tigers. After the return, the Tigers will be set with a 1st and 10, ball placed in their own territory at the 32-yard line.
At the 32 is where they put it. .25 left in the game. Heck, 2-2, looking to go over 500. They run it to the right side.
The 3, Elijah Christensen on the run for the
Christensen.
Tigers. They pick up a 6 and set the Tigers
Out to the 38. Picked up 6. And they're going to hit him in the backfield. And they pile him up and they keep pushing him forward. And they're still going. They wind up with a 1st down. He was tackled in the backfield for a loss, and they just kept pushing and shoving, and he winds up with a 1st down at the 46-yard line. He picked up 8 yards when he looked like he lost 4.
Run by David. Be 1st and 10 for the Tigers in their own territory at the 46-yard line. David's pass is complete to number 33.
Briggs Polino again.
A gain of 5 and 7. Tigers with that 2nd and 5 in Tech Boston's territory
To the
at the 49-yard line.
49-yard line of Boston, 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5. Rolling to the near side. Incomplete.
Number 1, Tyler David pass to number 33, Cesar Reyes Polino is incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Tigers as a result in Boston Tech's territory at the 49-yard line.
3rd and 5. Obviously, we're in 4-down territory. We're down now 3 scores. Runs it straight ahead, cuts it to the outside. He's got a first down and a lot more again. He just runs out of bounds.
Dave, the quarterback, keep the results on the Lynn Tech Tigers. First down.
15 yards and a first down.
After the run by David, we 1st and 10 for the Tigers in Boston Tech's territory, the 34-yard line.
If he could break one, he'd get over 300 yards. High snap. The pass is complete.
Number 1, Tyler David pass is complete to number 33, Cesar Reyes Polino.
Reyes Polino with a catch again. He got knocked down. And they're coming out to check on him. They're putting the ball at the 30-yard line for a pickup of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 as we got just under 7 minutes left, and we have to hope that the young man's okay. He caught passes for 48 yards. He's been the primary receiver. He's coming up. He seems to be okay. Thankful for that. Second down and 6. They keep trying to go to the outside, cuts it up inside, just runs right at him and bangs in. He's going to pick up another first down. He's one of those quarterbacks. I'm not looking to not get hurt. I'm looking to punish you. They put it at the 23, he picked up 7. He needs a yard for 270 yards. And he's going to get it right here as he runs straight ahead.
Number 1, Tyler David, the quarterback.
He picked up 4.
The Tigers with the 2nd and 6 ball placed in Boston Tech's territory at the 19-yard line.
Second and 6 from the 19. The problem is they're running a lot of time off the clock. Tipped, almost caught. He did catch it. It got tipped 3 times. I think it was Alfaro with the catch.
At number 80.
It wasn't. It was on 30. It was 80.
And Lynn Tech scores on a rushing touchdown by the quarterback, number 1, Tyler David.
They got 16 yards on the catch, and then Tyler David runs it in from the 3.
Number 80 and Yel Gonzalez on that big catch for the Tigers.
"78 yards on the drive. Started at their own 32. In 10 plays. They'll go for 2. And you're probably going to see an onside kick. Tyler David runs it in. There's a flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
There's another flag coming in on the play. Face mask against Boston.
Penalty is on. Tech Boston for face mask, and that two-point conversion is good for the Tigers. Brought in by number 1, Tyler David. With 5:05 to go in the fourth quarter here from Manning Field, Lynn, Massachusetts. Score is Boston Tech 32. Your Lynn Tech Tigers 21.
That drive was 68 yards. I said 78. The penalty on the face mask, they're kicking off from the 45. You got to think it's an onside kick. It bounces up, and they fall on it at the 34-yard line. Took a big hop, made it easy
The onside kick.
for Boston Tech to recover it. And they'll look to run some time off the clock.
After the onside kick, Boston Tech will take over with the 1st and 10.
Tech can only take a couple of timeouts, so not getting an onside kick almost put the game in the money for Boston Tech, because they can just run it, shorten the game up. Tech will have to use their timeouts. "344 yards of offense for Tech. They dropped the ball, and they're going to get hit in the backfield. That's Fran Boulay winding up with it. And Tech, I think, is an injury, so it's not a timeout. They lost 2. Fran Boulay's got 139 yards and 3 touchdowns. So Tech is going to drop under 500. They were looking to go 3-2. They're going to drop to 2-3. Had that horror show last year. They wound up being the 16th team to qualify for the state tournament. the final team. And all it did was earn them a trip to Hoosac Valley, 3.5 hours away. Creme Brulee is loose again. Just bobbing and weaving. The ball went to the ground. Glasgow saying they, Tech saying they have it. And guess who? David, the quarterback. So they get the ball at the 44. Give him 12 yards on the play. He goes over 150 yards rushing. And Tech has got a pulse. It's weak, but they got a pulse. They have to score quickly and try for another onside kick. Whistle on the play. I think Boston Tech asked for a timeout.
Timeout, Tech Boston.
So it's been a battle of runs. Jacques. Von Baloo against Tyler David. Tyler David has 276 yards rushing. Von Baloo has 151. He's got 3 touchdowns. Tyler Davis got 2 and he passed for 1. In trouble, he's going to get sacked.
Number 1, Tyler Davis, sacked behind the line of scrimmage by C of Boston Tech defenders. He's second and long.
Back to midfield, he lost 6. Second and 16. Looking to run with it. Straight ahead. Carries people with him. He gets inside the 40 to the 39. He picked up 11.
Third and 5 for Tech.
Takes off running again down the near side. They push him out of bounds.
Run, Tyler David with the first down run for the Tigers.
They pick up the first down. He picked up 18.
After the run by David, will be first and 10 for the Tigers.
He's got 299 yards rushing. He needs a yard for 300. They've got 20 first downs. They run for over 300 yards, and they're trailing by 11 points. He takes off again, looking to get outside. Not going to get there.
Number 1, Tyler David with the quarterback keep. No gain the play, and it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Tigers.
And we got a couple of players down. A Boston Tech player and a Lynn Tech player. And they're hustling out to take a look at him. Everybody huddling around. The quarterback, David, he got banged up on the play. There were 2 players that he was on the far side. He got banged up. The 2 players on the near side got banged up. Trainers looking at both Tech players. The lineman for Boston is being looked at. That's Kai Carter. He's slowly walking off under his own steam. We got 2:41 left in the football game. Tech trying to get in here. They're at the 21-yard line. And then they would have to get an onside kick and get back in it. Now, Tyler Davis going to the sideline. He's not going to be on the field for at least a play or 2. And you got to really hit him to hurt him. He's a big boy, and he likes to give punishment rather than take it. So it looks like Alfaro is the quarterback. They hand it off, trying to come to the near side. They're going to tackle him at the 35-yard line. Christensen got nailed.
Elijah Christensen on the run for the Tigers. It will be a loss of 3 and set the Tigers up with 3rd and 13. From the Boston Tech's 25.
It's at the 25. They lost 4. And now Tyler Davis back in the game. 3rd and 14. Taking off to the near side, looking for some room. Didn't get much, but it puts him over 300 yards.
Number 1, Tyler David with the quarterback keep. A gain of 4.
He picked up 5 to the 20-yard line.
In Boston Tech's territory, the 20-yard line.
I don't remember ever seeing a Lynn running back or any running back, games I've covered, rush for 300 yards. And he has done just that. And now he's going back to the sideline. That one rush put him at 304 yards. .146 left. They throw it in the end zone. Knocked down. They had a man there.
Number 15, DeFilco's pass is incomplete. There'll be a turnover on downs, and Boston Tech will take over.
Boston Tech will get the football at the 20-yard line.
Yeah.
Lynn Tech, if they don't get the ball back, they're going to wind up with 368 yards of offense, 302 rushing, 20 first downs. Tyler David rushes for 304 yards. That's incredible. He ran the ball just about every time. 304 yards. 2 touchdowns and pass for a touchdown. Low snap. They hand it off. And here he goes. 80 yards for a touchdown. It puts him over 200 yards.
The 25, Jay Quinn, Sean Bully on the run for Tech Boston. That will result in a touchdown run. (38-21). We've got 2 teams that rush for over 300 yards. He gets his 4th touchdown. Kick is no good. The extra point is no good. 1:27 to go in the 4th quarter here from Manning Field. Lynn Mass score is Tech Boston 38, Lynn Tech 21.
This is one of the reasons why I've said a long time ago, I stopped saying, now I've seen it all when something happens. When something unique happens, I used to say, boy, now I've seen it all. I can't say that anymore because every time I say that, something else happens. This is an unbelievable football game. It goes by everybody, they pick it up, they finally pick it up at the 12-yard line. And they're going to drag him down at about the 17.
For 15. For 45. Darian Phipps on the return for the Tigers.
Boston Tech has rushed for 309. Lynn Tech has rushed for 302. Tyler David has rushed for 304. And Fran Boulay has rushed for 231 with 4 touchdowns. The ball's at the 18-yard line. Tech will run out the clock with 1:22 left. So they're going to drop to 2 and 3, and I apologize, I don't know what the record is for Boston Tech. One of the Tech players who was hurt is going to the locker room. And the game is over.
That's the ball game.
The clock still had well over a minute left.
That score is
So what a bizarre ending.
Lynn Tech Tigers
304 yards rushing
for coming out.
for Tyler David for Tech. He scored 2, passed for 1.
Thank you.
Fran Beloy on the other side ran for 4 touchdowns. 231 yards he got. Both teams rushed for over 300 yards. It was a game for the ages. Tech got on the board leading 7-0 when a 17-yard run by David. Boston Tech came back, a 55-yard drive in one play. Fran Beloy went 55 yards to make it 7-6. Bowman ran the kickoff back to the 50 after a punt by Tech. 4 plays. It was Christensen going in from 21. Rush no good. It was 12-7. And that's the way it ended at halftime. In the third period, that big play, the lineman, I apologize, we don't know his name because he's not on the roster. He took the ball away from Tyler David, ran it in from about the 10-yard line to make it 18-6. Tech came back, a drive from their 40-yard line. 9 plays, and it was David making the pass to Reyes Polino, who made a great slip away from a couple of players, went in for the touchdown, 16 yards, and it was 18-13, still a ball game going into the fourth period. And then Tech had the ball, they fumbled it away. One play, Fran Beloy got his 3rd touchdown going 13 yards. The kick was good to make it 25-13. Then an interception return by Kami Buchanan. 58 yards he went with the interception, making it 31-13, 32-13 after the kick. And then the last play, Tech turned it over. Fran Beloy gets his 4th touchdown, going 80 yards after they shut Tech down, giving him over 200 yards, his 4th touchdown. That made it 38-13. The kick was no good, and that was the final score. So 38-13. Tyler David had to set some kind of record here. He rushed for 304 yards. I've never had anybody do that before in any game I've even heard about in high school. And Fran Beloy ran for 231 and 4 touchdowns, but David scored 2, threw for 1, ran for 304, and he did everything he could to get Tech on the winning side, but they come up short, 38-13. A couple of big turnovers cost them dearly, and they wind up losing it 38-13. They'll drop to 2-2. So Boston Tech 38, Lynn Tech 21, 38-21. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.